Hi, TGF Friday, everyone. Thank you so much for attending our special workshop. We're talking about Jajangmyeon. That's like Korean black bean noodles, right? And then this is like one of the most famous, Korean noodle dishes that it's amazing. Every single day, right? Like 7 million people, about 7 million people, approximately 7 million people eat this dish, right? Every single day in Korea. And that's like 1/7 of the, total population of Korea, right? So that's amazing. So jjajangmyeon, like any other noodles, like ramen noodles, different types of noodles, right? We're going to walk you through, jjajangmyeon, like how you can make it, right, from scratch. And then, so jjajangmyeon, it was actually, everything from China, right? So like, it was from China and then, came to Korea, 110 years ago, and then so it has been like over 100 years, that was kind of transformed into like kind of Korean style Chinese cuisine, right? And then Korean people loved it. Like that's why about approximately 7 million people eat it every day. Like that's impressive number. So if you can make your own version of jjajangmyeon, right? You can start appealing to your Korean population that you have in your town, right, in the neighborhood. So that's why we are talking about jjajangmyeon today. For your business to grow with this type of noodle, and then so jjajangmyeon, like it's a Korean black bean noodles. So it came from China. So of course, there's a version, Korean version, and then there's like a Chinese version, right? And then there's even like Japanese version. So Japanese version, that's actually famous, like three major types of three major types of like noodles in it's called like town and morioka. So that's jjajangmyeon is one of them, right? And then there's another other ones like wanko soba or something like that too. But they're totally different, right? I mean, noodles are different, soups are different, like how they try them different. I mean, the soup, because jjajangmyeon, this is basically like a sauce-based noodle dish, right? So like there's no soup at all. But like the other popular type of Korean noodle dish called like champong, it's like a soup noodle dish, right? It has like a lot of seafood based soup, and then it's also delicious. Like that's so these are two most popular Korean noodle dishes, right? So in this workshop, like what we are going to do today is like walk you through like how you can make your own jjajangmyeon noodles, right? And then using our RICHMEN GOLD 1 machine, which is the most advanced noodle machine, commercial noodle machine in the world, I could say, right, for restaurants and small production, right? And so after that, right, so bringing this, freshly made jjajangmyeon made from scratch in this RICHMEN GOLD 1 to our kitchen, and then, our instructors, because we run Yamato noodle schools for like 20 years, right? So we have, our own instructors waiting for us to start, putting together kind of simple, kind of basic bowl of jjajangmyeon for you guys. So, right, so let's get started. And so this is RICHMEN GOLD 1 machine we have over here, and for your information, right, we are actually broadcasting from Kagawa, Yamato HQ, and then very famous for Sanuki udon, but this is where we have, right, where we are broadcasting. And so RICHMEN GOLD 1 is like very smart machine. That's why a lot of customers like using this machine, right? Using it for the user friendly. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to do first the mixing process, right? So using this mixer, this is silky mixer, 10 kilograms. But like a minimum batch is 4 kilograms, right? And solid ingredients like flour. Basically, we're using ramen flour, this recipe, right? And so pretty much everything is controlled in this touch panel. So setting the timer, and then run it for a minute just with the solid ingredients, right? And then I'm going to add water, right? So the reason why it's called silky mixer is that it's you know it's capable of conditioning the dough in optimal condition, right? For noodles, and rotation speed, 75 rotations per minute, and then that's the ideal rotation speed like we found, right, through trial and errors. And then there's a lid, right, that has a lot of holes, right, small holes. So through these small holes, the water which has the calcium salt in it, right, it's drip through, right, to the flour, right. So it renders the good hydration of dough, right, good hydration dough. So it's very designed like this mixer is designed to make ideally conditioned dough for noodles. So set the timer, right, for 4 minutes, and then mix it for but total mixing time is 10 minutes. And then while it's mixing, we can start on this dough, right? And then so we prepare this dough in advance, and then put it in a plastic bag, letting it sit at room temperature for resting process, right? So resting process is very important when developing the gluten structure for your Jajangmyeon, right, noodles. Okay, so placing the dough on conveyor and then starting the roller, right? So this machine is smart in that it's measuring the how much dough is being fed, right, to the roller, and then with this all these sensors, right? So how much it's going in, and then so there's a certain amount of dough that you can feed, right, at the time. So it has all this information data, right, in it. So by checking out the how much dough is going in, so it's kind of controlling the speed of the conveyor belt, right? So if it's going too much, right, and then it stops or slows down, and then if it's too little, then it moves the conveyor belt forward, right, to feed more. So it's very clever. But when you're using conventional noodle machines, right, so you have to know how much dough you're supposed to feed, and then at the time, which requires certain skills, experiences, right? But this RICHMEN GOLD machine, you don't have to have any kind of experience like that. So that's why a lot of customers using the machine. Nowadays it's hard to retain and recruit people with prior experiences and skills, right? So you can literally put anyone, right, regardless of experiences, skill, on the operation of this machine to make very good Jajangmyeon noodles. So yeah, so that's what RICHMEN GOLD one is. And then so first process, we call this process rough foaming, right? Rough foaming process. So the dough, right, is formed, but it's still pretty rough, right? So we want to make it, firm, right? We want to make it strong. We want to make it firm. And So we are dividing it in half, right? Separating in half, and then we're going to combine them through the rollers. So that's how we, you know, make him firm, like strong, right? That's how we develop a like a strong gluten structure. So though that's coming out is like cleaner, smoother, right? So combining process is very important, like critical in developing the good gluten structure, right? So you don't want to skip this process. Even though you're going slow, but like it's very vital in developing a good noodle texture. So yeah, so like we usually do this process twice, and then that's a number of like combined process like we want to do to develop like a great noodle texture, like for most types of noodles, including this Jajangmyeon, right? So just make sure that like it's all folded up and then equally the dough is like equally pressed, right, throughout the all the area. And so yeah, as I said, right, so this is the Korean version of Jajangmyeon, right? And I said like it's very popular, so like 7 million people eat it like every day, like in Korea. But as it came from China, there's a Chinese version, and even Japanese version, and they're all different. Like noodles are different, the soup like sauce is different, toppings are different. So we're kind of hoping to be able like have another live stream event where we can show you guys like different types of Jajangmyeon noodles, like Chinese one version and like Japanese version, right? And so doing the combined process for the second time. So as we do this, right, the dough is like getting pretty firm, strong, right? Yeah, and then we started dusting from the second combining process, right? So because Jajangmyeon like usually really thick, right? We so the dough is like wet, relatively wet, like a high hydration. So we want to dust it well, like to keep it from sticking together, right? And so after second combining process, like all we have to do is just thin it, right? Thin it to the final thickness. And yeah, so it's dusting and then automatic duster. So like you can control the amount of dusting that you do in this automatic duster. And then from this point on, we can go faster, right? So like we can speed up the rolling process. It's going faster. So so after it's going through 2.0 millimeter, the actual thickness is 2.6, 2.5, or 6. So it's very important to measure the actual thickness because we can, you know, we need to know the how much the dough is, bounces back from the roll gap that we set. So like we know, okay, what the roll gap we need to set to get to that final thickness, right? So we're going to cut it, and then so kind of cutter we use is this kind of, well, it's a round cutter, round shape cutter, and then number 16. So like it's about like 2.0 in width, and so 2.0 width, and then it's round, so like thickness, and then the width is 2.0. It's more like it's gonna be more like kind of oval shape noodles, but and so noodle coming now, and then Jajangmyeon, Jajangmyeon, right? Are soupless noodles, right? Soupless noodles, like the serving size is usually bigger, right? Kind of to compensate for like less soup, like usually like a soupless noodle, like the serving size is bigger, right? So basically that means the noodles are longer, and then it's very easy to for you to adjust the length of the noodles, right? And so it's very easy, for anybody actually, regardless with experiences, skills to make beautiful, delicious Jajang noodles on the Richmond Gold one machine. So it's very easy. Yeah, and then the best part about this is that like these noodles that you make like on these machines are actually way better than the way more delicious than the ones you're buying from the noodle factory. So okay, let's bring them to the kitchen and then show you guys some basic Jajangmyeon noodles. Okay, so this is our kitchen, like what we teach ramen school, udon school, and then so it's very compact, but very efficient. So we have exact same kitchen in Tokyo, Shinagawa district, right? As a matter of fact, like we're gonna have ramen school going on like next week or next week, right? So in Tokyo. So Mr. San is actually going there as one of the instructors, and then so Mr. San is, would like to have him to show some basic style of bibimbap noodles. Okay.
はい。さっき麺を茹でていきます。
Okay. So first thing we do is to cook the noodles.
まあ、必ずたっぷりのお湯の中に、沸騰の状態の中に麺を入れます。
Yeah, and then one of the tips like you can probably take away like from this session is like best tip is that like cooking tips, right? So you want to have a lot of water, right, to cook the noodles with. You should at least have like more than 10 times the amount of water to compare to the weight of the noodles you're cooking, and then you want to have it like boiling right before you put the noodles in, right? So yeah.
今、ジャンのジャンを作っていきます。
Okay, so now I'm going to make ja, right? Ja is basically sauce, right? In Chinese. So I'm gonna make jang right now.
これ韓国のジャンだけど、中国のジャジャン、本当に、似てます。
Yeah, so this is a Korean style, but like as I said, like it's from China, so it's very similar to Jajangmyeon, Jajangmyeon, in China,
Yeah.
and sesame oil, and then garlic and ginger ground.
はい、生姜のニンニク。
And just to bring out the good aroma from ginger and garlic.
先に香りを出します。で、これ、豚ニンニクミンチです。
And then ground pork. Yeah, so everything like we have in this kitchen, like all this heating equipment is like induction cooker, induction heating system because it's safer and then doesn't generate like much of like ambient temperature, so that like I think like conduct efficiency is like probably the best, right? But if you're using like a gas stove or something, the bare fire, just basically warming up the air around it, right? So it's very, I think the heating conduct ratio is like probably 60% or 50% on the gas stoves, but like with this induction cooker, I think it's like 95% or something. So we use this induction heating system.
どこまで、どのぐらい程度で炒めるは、だから、質問あるけど、ミンチから油が出てくるから、最初はもう濁ってるの状態で、どんどん透明になるんですよ。出てくるの油。この透明になるまでは、しっかり、ちょっとゆっくりで加熱していく。
Yeah, so how much you kind of stir fry these, ground pork? Is that like, there's like a lot of like oil, like that's coming out, right? And then, but the oil that comes out is like kind of cloudy, right? But like as we stir fry more, it gets like clearer and clearer. And then, so when it's clear, then we know that it's done, right? So.
表面のぬめりとか、塩分くっつかないように、ちょっと水で洗って、で、ちょっと氷水いただけたら、しばらくは、たまに柔らかくならないように。
Yeah, so after cooking the noodles and then we want to wash the noodles, right? Well, what we are doing is that like we're trying to remove the starch of the noodles, right? So that like the noodles is not gonna stick together later, right? And then after that, I'm gonna put on the ice water to kind of tighten the noodle texture.
で、これお酒です。
And that's Japanese sake.
この肉の特殊のこの匂いの抑え、お酒のアルコールを通したら、もっと旨味があるお酒の。
Yeah, we're trying to kind of press down the the smell of this meat.
で、今度はとりあえずこの玉ねぎを ちょっと入れて、最初、さっきから炒めます。
Yeah, and then this minced onions.
まあ、その時はその具材はいろいろ、まあ、とろみで、あと、好きの具材使ってもいい。じゃがいもとか、キャベツとか、まあ、他の野菜でも、まあ、ミンチと一緒に炒めたらいいと思います。
Yeah, so ingredients wise, like, you can use, different types like potatoes, maybe cabbage, like, whatever you like. But, with the ground pork,
これ醤油で、
with soy sauce.
本当にこの、まあ、ジャン、この味噌、日本での味噌ですね。中国のダジャンとか、まあ、韓国のジャンジャン。たくさん作って、そこまあ置いたら、その麺が出るときは使ったらいいです。一回たくさん作って。
Yeah, so in Japanese jang, like in Japan, like maybe like it's miso, right? Miso paste, and then like in Chinese, that are like different types of jang, right? In China, Korea, so you can just make them bulk, right? And then you can just use them like a little by little.
これ水です、ね。
The water.
で、砂糖。
Sugar.
まあ、韓国のジャジャンはこっちは中国のダジャンよりはちょっと甘みがしっかりある。
Yeah, so Korean style Jajangmyeon, usually a little sweet, compared to like Chinese, version. So we add like sugar and like other sweetener.
で、今回のこのジャンは、ちょっと、これで言うとちょっと違う。4種ブレンドをしてるの。
Yes.
はい、テメジャと、オイスターソースと、まあ、自分作ったの特殊の辛味噌と、あと、まあ、チュージャンみたいな、コチジャンみたいなのを、甘くジャンが4種ブレンドしてのジャン。
So this is the like jam that has like 4 different types like seasoning like kind of blended together like oyster sauce, temenjan, like spicy miso. Yeah, so yeah. So you can do your own blend, right?
市販の専門用のジャンジャン用のチュージャン、韓国でもあるんですけど、これ、まあちょっと何種類ブレンドしたら、ちょっと旨味と深みがあるかなと思います。
Yeah, so the reason why like I blended like different types of jam, right? Is that like we want to have like depth, right? In the taste and then flavor. So gochujang, right? The other stuff, right? And then yeah, so that just give it depth, right, in the taste and flavor.
これ黒ごま。
This is a black sesame. So,
はい、火を消して、ちょっと今、とろみが出します。これ、片栗粉と水ですね。
yeah, so I want to turn off the heat and then put this add this the potato starch with the water diluted with the water.
これ、まあ、1回入れるじゃなくて、何回分けて、この片栗粉の 水と、混ぜたやつを入れます。
And we want to add, add it like not all at once, right? Just like kind of separately, gradually.
あと、火焼けして、この、溶熱で使って、このとろみを出します。加熱すると、溶けちゃう。溶けやすい。
Yeah, so we want to turn off the heat, right? And then just using this the temperature already will have like in the jam, right? To kind of melt it. If you apply heat, then it's likely to get burnt. So yeah, we don't want that. So turn on heat, and then add this potato style diluted water.
はい。
Yeah, so I'm gonna plate it.
.盛り付けもその具材によっていろいろやり方あるんですけど、今回はちょっと麺がしっかり半分出して、あときゅうりとこの白ネギ使います。
Yeah, so there are many variations we can do for the plating, right? But we use this, let's have half side kind of, noodles exposed, right? And then using these like cucumbers, and then leeks.
あとこれ、ネギも見たら多分わかるんで、ちょっと太めで、わざと太めでカットして、このジャンが結構味濃いから、その曲げないように、しっかり食感を出すのために、太めでカットしてます。
Yeah, you guys can notice that like these leeks are like kind of cut like and kind of relatively thick, right? I did it on purpose because the jang, right? The taste of jang is like pretty strong, so we don't want these leeks or like cucumbers that kind of overpower them, right? So we want to have them like relatively thick, so that they're kind of balanced. Like when you eat the jam and then the leeks and cucumbers, they're kind of balanced. And then by cutting them relatively thick, you can also enjoy the texture, right?
Yeah. はい。そのラー油好きやったら、もうちょっとラー油ですね。この辺、ちょっと。
Yeah, so if you like the chili oil, you can probably add like a little bit of chili oil, like kind of sprinkle some chili oil for like color, and then also the the taste and spiciness. See, that's beautiful. Looking very delicious. So one thing that's very, I mean, we feel sad, like we feel, sorry for you guys like watching this kind of like live stream, is that like, we can't let you guys experience this, smell, the taste, right? So we encourage you guys to come visit us, right? So we have a showroom in Houston, Texas, United States, and then Amsterdam, Netherlands, and then now Bangkok, Thailand, and then Seoul, Korea, right? And then we are broadcasting now out of Kagawa HQ. And we also have like offices in Tokyo, Fukuoka, Osaka, right? So please feel free to come to one of the workshops or like showrooms to try our jajangmyeon. It's very delicious. Like I tried it this morning, was very very good. Like authentic Korean jajangmyeon, right? And then if you want a recipe, noodle recipe, right? Please contact us, and we'll be more than happy to send it to you, right? So jajangmyeon is like it's very good. I mean, great for very simple, but like you can make like very complex using like different ingredients, and then different probably different noodle sizes, right? Different noodle shapes. It's very simple, but like you can make it like very complex and then very unique, right? So we are all about like making unique but high quality noodle dishes, right? So we are here to help you guys to create that. So I mean, if you try that, right, you have no wonder, right? Like why about approximately 7 million people, right, eat this dish. That's crazy. That's very crazy. I mean, 7 million people. That's like 1/7 the population of the total population in Korea, right? And it's a like whole population, like probably a city you live in or somewhere, right? Even country. So every single one of you guys like eat it like every single day. That's crazy. So, but once you try that, right? You understand. Yeah, that why, and then so it's great for delivery and takeout as well. Please try and then start making your own jajangmyeon from next week. And then if you need any help, right, we can definitely help you guys make your authentic jajangmyeon, right, your own version. Yeah. So this is great. So we'll be doing like more and more like this kind of workshop, and then then if you happen to be in Japan, please consider visiting us in Kagawa. But San udon is like very famous, and then like you probably be amazed to try some of the noodles we have over here. And then like this is the best season to visit Japan, right? So anyway, so thanks so much for watching, right? My name is Akira, and then we wish you guys have a great Friday night. And then happy Friday, TGI Friday to you guys from everyone at Yamato. So thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you back in the next workshop. So thank you very much. Bye bye.